This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
It's an absolute honor to introduce my dynamic president of Basketball Africa League, Amadou Galofo.
He's contested. He hasn't been very good.
Look out! Look out below!
Little gold on each, even more impressive than his.
Okay!
Interestingly, maybe ironically, we've seen what happened with LeBron James becoming the first player in NBA history to score 50,000 combined points in regular season as well as postseason. That happened on Tuesday night. Now, he surpassed the mark with a three-pointer early in the first quarter of the Los Angeles Lakers' 136-115 win over the New Orleans Pelicans.
It is. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. And I'm super blessed to be able to, put that many points up in the best league in the world.
Ever been able to? I mean, what is your reaction to that historic moment?
No, just was amazing to see him playing at the highest of levels. Yeah. I mean, at that late age, right? I mean, that just speaks to a very special athlete and player. So the league is blessed.
Game. No, the foul by LeBron.
Looking at the race between Pirates and Soundowns, you'll realize that Pirates need 18 points, which is 6 games, to reach 54 points, which Soundowns have as we speak. And for Pirates to play its games, all of them, Robert, without losing, it will end at 78. And for Soundowns to win the league, it will need 79, which means Soundowns only need 25 points.
I'm lost of words in terms of the Proteas. Yes, the guy yesterday didn't want to use the word choke, but anyway, that's what they did. They choked again and again against New Zealand. If you remember in the T20 World Cup, they choked against New Zealand.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
It is indeed a Friday celebration of legends. Welcome to it. It's Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947. Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
I really could not wait. I could not wait for this moment to begin. Trust me. Kind of waited the whole week, though, since he confirmed that he's going to be our guest tonight. I mean, his name kind of becomes synonymous with the electrifying speed, exceptional skill, also the unwavering determination on the football field. I try to summarize it in one word, but from his humble beginnings, I mean, you look at Mamelodi, where he earned his nickname Fire for his blazing pace and also boundless energy. I guess he kind of left that indelible mark on South African football. I mean, his journey to stardom began with the Publican Brothers. I don't know if he still remembers, but it wasn't long before he caught the attention of his boyhood club, which is Mamelodi Soundowns, where he would rise to become a household name. Now, his career stands as a testament to his relentless dedication and passion, though, for the beautiful game. Also, regardless of which team fans supported, they were always, believe you me, captivated by his lightning-fast runs down the right wing. I suppose a lot of us looked at him and it was effortless. I mean, he sliced past defenders like they didn't exist. I mean, his time at Soundowns was filled with many highs and lows, but I think a lot of times you can say it was filled with numerous trophies and unforgettable moments, cementing his stature as a true icon of the club. However, his story, though, isn't defined solely by triumphs. It's also encompassing the challenges that he overcame. I mean, when you look at things like navigating contract negotiations as a young player to tackling the complexities of football management, I mean, he's shown remarkable resilience and fortitude in the face of adversity. So that is why tonight we're going to be delving into the life of Joel Fire Masilela, celebrating his illustrious career and also the extraordinary hurdles that he has had to overcome. I mean, this is a story of passion, ladies and gentlemen, perseverance, the indomitable spirit of a true football legend. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What an honor, Joel Fire Masilela, to finally see you. Welcome to the show.
Thanks all for having me, man.
Sure. I was saying that the late state president, Dr. Nelson Mandela, was still alive when I last saw you. That is how long it's been. How have you been?
It's been long.
Are you good?
I'm good, man.
Tell the nation where you're hiding and what are you doing?
Oh, no, I'm not hiding. I'm still in Mamelodi, where I belong. And I'm enjoying myself with my family, which is good. And also, I'm still involved in football.
Are you still coaching?
I'm still coaching just to plow back to these youngsters. Yeah.
So where are you now? I mean, there's a stage, Baroka came into the picture, then it was Soundowns, and then you worked with your childhood hero, Tine Dladla. Where is Joel Masilela now?
Now Joel is with the Castle Lake team in Germiston, where I'm busy now at the moment with them. I'm in the technical staff, trying to help them, because it's a team that has got a lot of ambitions and they want to see themselves, going forward and playing in a very good league, in the highest league. Yeah.
But I mean, did you always see yourself as somebody who was always going to become a coach? Was coaching something that you were very passionate about?
Robbie, it's so difficult to say it. You'll never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Today you're a player, tomorrow become a priest, tomorrow, the other day become a doctor or a teacher. But, because of the passion that I had with football, I told myself, I want to stay in football. Whatever comes through football, I'll try and be involved with football, yeah.
Do you think you made enemies or lots of friends when you were still playing?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, but I know I made a lot of enemies.
Why?
The way I was playing. And
Too good.
Too good. And used to beat two best teams that they've got powerhouses. And from nowhere. So it was difficult for me sometimes to walk around in the street and, just to have fun and greet people, because some, they didn't like it, honestly.
But what is the worst thing people have done to you to show their hatred of you or their jealousy towards you?
Sometimes they become negative. They take things personally.
Yeah.
And that's not supposed to be, because this is football. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. People need to understand. We are in business. So, like I said, they become, personal, and, sometimes when they see you and then they try to talk negative things and all that. But I don't think that's the real truth that people should do.
I mean, you had such a colorful career. At what stage, though, did you, as Joel Fire Masilela, recognize that you were good, that you were brilliant, that you were not normal?
Yeah, there were a lot of moments, but I can identify and choose one. When I played against Kaizer Chiefs, when I play against Pirates, that's when I raise my game. And people start realizing this is something else. This is a special player from Mamelodi. Yeah.
So every time you played against Chiefs or Pirates, you changed your game, you changed your approach. You became what? What is it? Was it because you knew you were playing the big? Well, there's the big three, Soweto, including Swallows, but we talk about the big two now.
Yeah.
Is it because you knew that the entire country was now watching?
Yeah, it's because of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of vibe. It's everywhere around the country. So that's where now you need to put your game up, try to do more, and try to be the best at the end of the day.
But you, at some point, if I'm not mistaken, you supported Pirates.
Yeah, while I was a young player, because my uncle used to stay in Alexander. He was a big Pirates fan. Then after that, I changed because my father used to support Chiefs. I supported both teams. So that's why when I play against Pirates and Chiefs, I was on fire.
Like your name. That was extra motivation, but you always told people that you would never, ever play for any of these teams, whether it's Pirates or Chiefs, because you're a true Mamelodi son of the soil. So even if they wanted you, I mean, I don't know if you'd want to share, if ever you got a message saying, hey, I'm Pirates, hey, I'm Chiefs, would you please come and sign with us? I mean, I don't know if you got that, but am I correct in saying that you never, ever wanted to step out of Mamelodi or even Mamelodi Soundowns?
True, Robert. Even my family, my mother used to tell me, hey, but look, why don't you go and play for Chiefs or Pirates? I said, no, Mom, I can't. I'm a Mamelodian. I belong here.
Yeah.
I was born here, so I'll stay with Mamelodi, whatever happens.
But even at a time where those clubs were offering you more money, you still said no.
Yes, of course, I did.
But why?
It's because I love my city. I love my people in Mamelodi. I love my fans, and I was loyal to the club as well.
As strange as it seems, though, because a lot of these stories always come out when, players have retired and, stories then get told that the most, still talking about money, the most that you would have earned as a football player was 10,000 Rand.
True.
And that was over 3 years.
Yeah, over 3 years. Some over 4, some over 5. Yeah.
And these clubs were offering you more than what you were earning at the time.
Exactly.
But you still said no.
I still said no.
Were you a bad negotiator, or did the clubs just take it for granted that you don't want more money and they just gave you the money that you earned? Because surely there were other players that were earning more than you.
Yeah, exactly, Rob. 100% correct there. But like I said, I didn't want to stay away from the club. I didn't want to move away from Mamelodi Sundowns because that's where I belong. Yeah. I told myself, this is where I'm going to stay. This is the team that I'm going to play for the rest of my life.
Did you ever regret that decision, though?
No.
Till today, you feel you made the right choice, the right decision?
100%, Rob. I made the right choice. Even though it was not any big money like other players playing for Chiefs and Pirates. But I'm still proud of
But there were players in Sundowns then, when you were still playing, you were earning more than you, and I'm sure you knew that.
Yeah, I knew.
Players like who?
Players like Mambush, Roger Futumba, Lavas Musala, I can name them, John Tlale.
But how much more were they earning than you?
Double as I was earning.
Double?
Yeah.
Including Futumba?
Yes.
Good evening, my brother Robert. I'm so happy. Thank you for hosting a legend, the great Joel Fire Masilela. What a talented player. What a great human being. Having you as a teammate was a pleasure. For the midfield hours, you made my job so easier by giving me too many options as a right wing. I will choose you anytime, my brother. You are one of the best right wing I've played with. Your contribution to Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club and to South African football at large is massive. And I will always cherish those moments and success we had together, inspiring the generation who came after us. We love you. Remain strong. May God bless you.
Oh, Roger Futumba.
The general.
I mean, those are very kind words. He says he cherishes that. He thinks that you've made such an enormous contribution to SA football, something that I think we all appreciate and we agree with him about. What made that generation so good, though? What made you guys understand each other? You were guys from Cameroon, guys from Nigeria, guys from wherever around the country, but you guys hung around like you were buddies from day one.
Yeah, I think, Rob, it's the understanding. The way we were finding each other in the field.
Yeah.
And also off the field. So we were like a family. Irrespective of where you come from, but as long as you're wearing the same jersey, so you were part of the family.
But who was the problematic one?
Well, the problematic one was Lovers.
Rob, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak about Masilela. What a player. You know, when I was still playing at Vets, seeing him, I was so fortunate that I did not actually be a player that will be marking him every time as we were playing 3-5-2. But what a player. You know, the first time I saw Masilela playing, and when I started having fear getting into the field, having to play against him, is when I saw him running around with Edward Motale, dazzling, doing everything. You know, even Edward today, he doesn't get close. Even if they walk, he doesn't want to be close to Fire. So he remembers all the memories that he has. Fire is in his head. Even if we go somewhere, remember, I think we've been together somewhere with Fire. When we start talking about Fire, Edward will move away because of the greatest player that we had in Mamelodi Soundowns. He might not be the greatest, but the great player. Fire Mulilo, one player that was very honest, doesn't talk bad about to be on your back. He will tell you straight. If you made us lose, he'll come to you. Hey, Warjesa. I remember we were playing in Ivory Coast, and Ezek Shai was playing, and there was a guy that was looking crippled, but I don't know whether he was crippled or what. That guy was killing Sundowns. I know we lost 4-1. I think it was in Abidjan. Then when we were playing, then they substituted Isaac and they brought me in. It was worse. It was like a freeway. That guy was just running around like nobody's business, like he was killing Sundowns. And Eric Ramasike was not in a team, I think, if I can recall properly. When we got to Johannesburg and we went to training, when we were walking to the change room, he said, "Hey, Eric, you must get healed, my brother. Hey, on the left, we have only freeways. There's no stop sign. You know, in Ivory Coast, there was no stop sign. This guy was killing us." And that's the type of a player that Fire is. And Fire was just a person that was very honest, but he was very skillful. He was not predictable. You know, he had a variety of his game in a way that he was not doing one style, going for taking on people only, but he will play sometimes and he'll make you forget. And sometimes he'll drop to a right back, go deep. And if you're marking him, actually, he will be creating space behind his position. Fire was a great player. And even today, we still close, we still talk. But what a player. You know, if you really want to be told about Fire, you don't want to waste your time, call Motale. And when you call him and say, "Can you tell us about Fire?" he will drop the phone.
You know, Lovers.
Lovers, Buhlali.
Lovers.
But he's as honest as you.
Yeah, Lovers, yes. That's Lovers.
Yeah.
That's Lovers.
Another great player, praising another great player.
Definitely.
So you were with him when he bought 2 brand new BMWs that looked the same?
Yeah, we were together.
What was the reason? How did you buy 2
cars
that are the same?
But you bought the BM and you bought another BM, same model. So what is the difference? He said to me, "You know, Fire, you don't know the secret. I can buy the third one and the fourth one because I'm a BMW fan." You know, it was so funny, Lovers.
You could buy the entire dealership.
I'm telling you, that was Lovers.
Lovers, boss. I'm sure German engineering was in your blood.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time.
#MSW. The all-new Suzuki Swift is more than just a great drive. It's a feeling of freedom, of style, of confidence, a feeling that gets your heart racing, that gives you swagger, and lets the world know that you are the beat, the pulse, the sound of the street, and that you have arrived.
Feel iconic in the all-new Suzuki Swift. New tech, more safety features from just 219,900. Visit suzukiauto.co.za to book your test drive. T's and C's apply.
Swipe right for iWise. A wise move is finding an insurer that's all in. No ghosting, just good vibes. We're the match you'll never regret. Make the wise move to iWise today for reliable car and home insurance. For a quote, go to iwise.co.za or call 0860 110 858. iWise is underwritten by Old Mutual Insure Limited, a licensed FSP and non-life insurer.
Chomi, just because the year is not so new anymore, it doesn't mean Showmax can't bless you with that new. Watch us for the best of local this March, kicking things off with action that never stops giving on Mbini Season 2. Then there's the drama and the glam on The Real Housewives of Durban Season 5. And if that's not enough, the Mummy Club Season 3 is ready to serve top-tier content. Stream all these shows and more. Sign up at showmax.com.
Why spoil epic moments with flashlights and harsh lighting? With nightography on the new Samsung Galaxy S25 series, you can shoot your best shot without worrying about grainy night footage, even in low lighting. And while the night is young, explore the all-new 50-megapixel wide lens. It precisely recognizes subjects and fits everyone in the pic. Ready to conquer the forces of darkness? Get the Galaxy S25 series, your true AI companion. T's and C's apply.
1st April tariff hikes are coming and they'll hit your wallet hard. The real question is, are you ready? Switch to Wetility Smart Solar with the Beast Bundle and cut up to 65% off your electricity bill. Act now before the hike hits. Start saving immediately and enjoy a 2-month payment holiday. Plus, Wetility is also giving you a free air fryer. Visit wetility.energy and sign up today.
The reels are getting bigger at Lotto Star. Get ready to feel the thrill on our brand new exclusive slotteries. Lucky Lobola, Japanese Fortune, and Kwaito Queen. With amazing features like scatters, wilds, and slot bots. You could win instant payouts of up to 10 million rand. Spin the reels now, only at Lotto Star, your world of live games.
Lotto Stars licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
It's an absolute honor to introduce my dynamic president of Basketball Africa League, Amadou Galofo.
What will it take for South African basketball to be popular as soccer in our country?
Is that achievable?
The sky is the limit, because I think, having been privileged to witness the evolution here in South Africa, and I'm super encouraged for the outlook and for the future of the game, but there's no shortage of interest. You have a professional league that's been running for years with some really brand name teams, we've had the Cape Town Tigers that played in the BNL a couple of years ago and represented South Africa. This year we're excited to welcome another team in the Basketball Africa League in the 5th season in MBB.
Pull back and there's a good shot. Look at that. Out wide.
#MSW. #MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Robert Marawa, awunofaya Masilela, never die, it's a window. Ufaya mfowethu uthatha ibhola mfowethu nomuntu aphambane nabadlali. Go on the opposite mfowethu akathe inside. Fire mfowethu, I remember dog. But also million mfowethu. Buka ke manje. Soundowns ithatha ama-million. Hey, come on there. Hey, mfowethu, what you think about intwana yakho Masini? Ukuthi nayo ngabe uyayifaka kulabo bantu othi abekho South Africa ama-special players. Hayi, asizwe Robert.
Oh man, you can stretch the length and breadth of the country. You can take it onto the continent. You can take it to the world. That is where we are worldwide. It is #MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide. It is a Friday today. We honor the legends. We chuck these flowers, man, at them while they're still alive. There's a gentleman called Tamsanga Masiya. And that gentleman happens to be your son. A very talented football player. Tell us more where he is now. Is he still somewhere with Baroka? I know he was there in 2020, but 2025, where is he?
Yeah, Rob. When people started to see Tammy playing football in the highest level, they didn't know who's Tammy.
Yeah.
Where he comes from. Who's the parents? Who's the mother? They didn't know anything. until he revealed everything that my father is Joel Fire Masilela. Then he raised up a lot of questions.
Like what?
Of saying, oh, Fire kanti unentwana edlala idiski kanje. Yo.
So humble out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But some they said, but we can believe that his son, because the way he's playing, the way he's running, he's playing like his father. So, it was a little bit of difficult to people to understand. But that's my son, and her mother is Melda Masia. I took Tammy, I think at the age of 3-4 years. When I play matches every time at Loftus or in Mabopane there, what do you call that stadium that it's been destroyed today? Odi Stadium. Odi Stadium.
The one where you're sitting and facing.
Yeah, in a funny way, different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always tell her, I said, please bring my son to watch the game. I want this boy to play the game as well.
Yeah.
I want him to see how his father is doing, and to follow the footsteps.
And he hasn't disappointed you.
He never disappointed me. Sometimes we used to wake up in the morning together. We go for jogging, running. We do some drills, some exercise together, and it was nice because I always, share with him a lot of things about football because he was so passionate to play football.
But you would have been proud, though, to see your son representing not just at club level, but representing the country, where he was playing for the under-17. He played for the under-19s as well. What did that mean to you? I mean, here you are, somebody that represented Bafana 17 times as well. I mean, that was the number of caps you earned for the national team. And your younger boy is almost starting earlier than what father did.
Yeah. It was amazing. I was so proud of him because I knew he's gonna make it. The way he was, working hard and the passionate of football, and the way he was, conducting himself, very disciplined. That's one thing I know about him. He's still disciplined even today. I knew he'll do better.
One thing I always picked up about you is that as much as you can be a good football player, there was always, I think it's a personal decision you took, that play well, but if you are aligned to Joel Masilela, also take education seriously. Because I know that Utamsanga was at university and he was studying civil engineering. So I don't know how far he went. But why was that important for you?
Yeah, I think I spoke to the mother as well. I said, look, football is a short career. I don't want Tammy to end up the way I've ended up. I want him to also focus on academic because it's important. And also her mother as well. She was, more focused on his education and all. So we spoke together. I said, look, you can't choose football and leave education. These things, they go together. Yeah, because football, it has a short career.
We'll talk about some of the regrets, though, that you might have, as you say that you didn't want him to end up like you. So I don't know what that means, but you're going to help me in just a second. Let me tell you, though, that South African cricket legends are also back in action. Jacques Kallis, Hashim Amla, as well as Makaya Ntini, all take to the field against Australia's greatest cricketers in the International Masters League happening today. You can catch all the action from 4 p.m. Stream the game live exclusively on Primedia Plus, and you can catch all the South African International Masters League cricket games on Primedia Plus. Simply download the app right now for fixtures, highlights, and a whole lot more.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Fulfilan here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders. And good evening to the honored legend, Joel Fire Masilela. I would just want to ask him. He mentioned something very important, that the two words, special player. When he looks at the current crop of players, it could be in the PSL or leagues lower than that, from his expertise and from his experience playing football, What does he think it will take for these crop of players that we see week in, week out in the PSL to be classified as special players? He could bring up whichever example, whichever player that he feels right now at this moment is a special player. Maybe he can use him as an example, or even he can use himself as an example in his playing days. What would it take for a crop of players to be under that category called special player? That's what I want to find out from the legend. Great show as always. Thanks.
Great question. What's a special player?
Yeah, Rob, I know it's it's difficult to other people, but to be a special player, you need to be unique.
Yeah.
You need to be unique. You need to be different to other players individually. So it's not easy to be a special player, but you work for it. You need to work hard to be a special player.
Who's a special player right now in South Africa?
Yo, Rob, I can talk about many players, young players, but one thing I know, they are trying their best to be in that level. For now, for me personally, I haven't seen one, to be honest.
You haven't seen one?
I haven't seen one.
At all?
At all. I haven't seen. I'm honest.
Okay. I love the honesty. Let me engage you on that one. When last in South African football did you see a special player?
Yo, in our era.
Your era to now. Doesn't matter.
I can choose one, Rob.
Choose one,
and
please.
He's still a special person to me today.
Yeah.
Nelson Teenage Laza.
Full stop.
Full stop. That's it.
Yo. So if I say to you 2024-25, a name of a special player is nobody.
100%. Not now. Not yet.
What are they missing?
They're missing a lot, Rob. The most important thing, the way they've been developed.
Right.
Because most of the people, sometimes they don't understand how players should be developed. Because we South African players, all South African players, we know everywhere.
Yeah.
We are good players naturally, but we are not well developed.
Rele Mofokeng?
He's closed. Not yet.
What's missing?
To me, Rob, is the consistency. The consistency is missing. For him to be a special player, you need to be consistency. Weekend in, weekend out. You need to be in the same level.
So for him, there's a game where he'll be outstanding and then another game where he disappears in the game and you can't find him.
Exactly.
So definitely not Rele Mfokeng. So a guy like Ribeiro of Soundowns.
Yo, Rob, I'm telling you, to be honest with you and my listeners.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a player like Ribeiro with a player like Ribeiro in this country for decades. We heard about Zayn Musa, we heard about Dr. Kumalo, we heard about Harris Chweu, we heard about STD Kuze, but this Ribeiro is a special player. He can make things happen individually. Yeah. Actually, for me, he's playing in the wrong league.
Where should he be?
He should be playing out of the country in Europe.
No, but the people are saying we need him now. We need him to in a couple of years, or before World Cup, give him citizenship. If he does qualify to be a neutralized and a naturalized South African, why don't we do that?
But my worry, Rob, is the time and the age.
I mean, if he's not going to be called up for the Brazilian national team, the only other opportunity, if all goes well with the documents and everything, would be here in South Africa.
Yeah, probably. But for me, I think we need to have our own players.
But we don't right now. I mean, we're talking now. We're talking right now.
No.
We're talking a guy, Fire, who you know is a top goal scorer. You know that he is second in assists to Ikram Reyners at Soundowns right now. He's got multiple Man of the Match awards right now. He's the player of the month. He is wada, so many things. Exceptional goals, outstanding goals. I mean, there's even signs when I look at him that remind me of an Ernest Waya Chirwal. You know, the ability to say, I'm outside of the D-line. Let me just go for a shot from outside.
Yeah.
So he's not scared of all of those things. Bicycle kicks, you name it. You've seen what he can do.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quality, honestly. We don't have that quality.
So that says a lot then about our game if we can't and we don't have somebody that comes close to him.
And there's a lot of work that we need to do as legends, as coaches.
Are you aware that it's 27 years now since... It's 27 years since the question that a lot of people ask you.
And Rob, and good evening to the legend, Fire Masilela. Rob, you are talking to Mr. Rothman's Cup. That man made that Rothman's Cup 1998 game so iconic. That goal that he scored in the first half was brilliant. And I just saw him recently training a group of youngsters, and I was quite impressed with his sessions. They were more predominantly around ball work. And I just want to find out from you, Fire, are you looking at getting these youngsters tactically and technically developed at an early age, because we often see players getting to the professional level lacking certain qualities? It's something that you have identified that you believe needs to be addressed at an early age. And thank you so much for your contribution in our football. Very impressed with what I saw in your sessions at Tebogo. Thank you so much.
Tebogo, thank you so much indeed. When I come back from the break, we'll answer that question. We'll talk about the Rothman's Cup. And do you know a gentleman by the name of Tiny Chandamani?
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
When Tulufelo was young, she cried when she heard that the foot bones connected to the leg bone and the leg bones connected to the knee bone. The last time she had somebody crack their knuckles, she cracked. And her knees go weak at the sight of her very own Kismadolo. You see, Tulufelo is one of the few that has a fear of bones. Tulufelo, this is a message for you. Chicken licking soul bites are boneless. Boneless bites of soul. Get 9 bite-sized, bone-free, delicious soul bites for only $45. For people like you, Tulufelo, and everyone else. Chicken licking, soul food.
Fly Emirates from Johannesburg to Dubai and beyond and start your holiday on board. Enjoy complimentary food and drink. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi and keep boredom at bay with special meals and toys for kids. You get so much more in Emirates Economy. Book your next getaway at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
The Fortunate Challenge powered by Quartz Engine Oil is back. 4 daring teams will be taking up the challenge, and all you have to do to win incredible prizes is vote for your favorite hero. Back either Willard Kotsande, Nicole Warwood, Sawood Variawa, or Victor Sekekete, and you could win prizes from Quartz Engine Oil, Garmin, Thule, Specialized, and Salomon every weekday. Back your hero at fortunatechallenge.co.za. T's and C's apply.
What the heck does Braga even mean?
It's me! Cleverest.
Refreshing, the best thing in the world.
Very much ahead of time. Self-made businesswoman.
The main star of the show.
A hot topic. Yeah, Braga's a little bit of people want to know what's going on in me. My fans are bad.
It means everything and beyond.
You know what I mean? You know how I mean.
Catch Nadia Beyond Braga Saturdays at 7:30 CAT on BET Channel 129.
It's your last chance to save with the Checkers Extra Savings Extravaganza. Get deals like Clover Butro Full Cream Modified Butter Spread 500 grams, 2 for 149 Rand. Nestle Premium or Dairy Made Gelato Roma Ice Cream, 1.5 litres, any 2 for 160 Rand. And Pampers Jumbo Pack or Premium Care Disposable Pants for $249.99. Valid until 9 March, only at Checkers and Checkers Hyper or shop on 6060.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
This could be his first shot. It is.
It's an absolute honor to introduce my dynamic president of Basketball Africa League, Amadou Galofo. Going back to Dikembe Mutombo because, he meant so many things to so many different people and also the building of the 55 courts.
I think just his spirit that, he will continue to inspire future generations. He's the reason why a lot of these guys get seriously involved in all the philanthropic endeavors. That inspiration that Dikembe force that he's been for us, to know that we have an opportunity to carry on and build on that legacy is huge.
George cutting his Marley. Erases it.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
His name is Joel Fire Masilela. He is my guest. Born in Mamelodi in Pretoria. Played for Publican Brothers, which was an amateur team. I think we all remember his great debut that he made. They played against Umtata Bushbucks. That was away though. An away game that Soundowns drew. It was a 4-goal thriller. 2-2 was the final score in that particular game. Do you remember the first professional goal that you scored?
Oh, Rob, it's been long.
No, and I see if you know your own history. Right? What was your goal, the first goal you scored as a professional football player?
Yo, Rob, if my memory serves me well, I don't remember, Rob, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't remember, man.
Have you met some duckies?
Yeah.
Have you met duckies that are very dangerous?
Yeah.
And together, they formed the team called Dangerous Duckies.
Yes.
You remember that team?
I remember the team, yes.
So that's when you scored your first
From
goal.
Mpumalanga.
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where woman going up.
Okay, David.
With David Nyat.
Yes.
So if you don't know Dangerous Duckies, I don't even know now if you're a ducky.
Hola, Gazi. Mlilo. Gazi. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say thanks for welcoming me at Soundowns and thanks for sharing Tlupi Choas Makolecha with me because I know whenever I used to come with him to camp or we go there to mom's corner lounge or what, I just say, hey Taga, money di laiti bring man, di laiti drink tamat ons ni. Ek kom ons net dop dan gaan die mense sê maar ja. Kazi, thank you very much my brother. I think you stop having those cold ones, but from my side, thanks for the respect and for the guidance you gave me, Sundowns. I know Tlupi was your roommate, but I always used to drive with him in his Jetta from training to camp and then from camp to the games in Pretoria. So, my brother, I wish you all the best, whatever you do. And yeah, I must say you're looking good after you stop having those cold ones. You know which cold ones I'm talking of. Sharp Mlilo, Tanki Gazi, sharp.
Why is he talking about these cold ones?
It's Fabian. I know Fabian. Hey.
Thanks so much, Fabian McCarthy. But, I mean, let's put that topic aside, because I remember it was 2019, you spoke to the Daily Sun and you said, hey, I have to come out South Africa. I have to admit, I drank my life away. Those were your words.
Yeah.
And then you stopped.
Yeah, Rob, I have to take that decision because I saw that I was a little bit, too much. So I told myself, look, I have to change. I have to be a different person.
Yeah.
Even if I drink, I will drink just a little bit of wine and that's it. Not drink everything until the next morning.
So what was it? Did something bad happen? Was it about a collective, that some of the decisions you made were not decisions that would benefit you in future? So that you squandered most of the money, and a lot of it maybe was not about building property or investments. It was money that was just going to the bottle store.
Yeah, Rob, because sometimes, in our era, it was a little bit difficult because you find yourself alone, and no one is advising you what to do, how to spend your money, how to buy property. It was difficult because and also the money was not enough. To be honest, the money was not enough by then. So whatever you've got, you spend it just to make yourself happy. But just to add on that, not really exactly, because I spent all my money on boozing, but there was a time I got sick. Very, very, very sick. And that's when I realized, look, I have to stop. Because this is my life. I have to look after myself. I need to look after my life and take care of my life so that I can live much longer. Because I've got a family, I've got children, and I don't want to just to leave them like that at the early age. I want to, as a parent, I want to see my kids, my daughters get married and, growing in a very good life. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it takes me back to a certain date that I'm also sure that you'll never forget, the 4th of June. It was your 23rd birthday. We almost lost you.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying, hey, touch and go, Joel might not survive.
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst car accidents ever.
Yeah.
When you go back to that particular date on 4th June 1993, how do you think we here today on the 7th of March 2025 have got the privilege and the honor to still sit here and talk to you with you walking out of that still alive, despite your life literally hanging by a thread?
Yeah, Rob, it was difficult, and I can only say God is great, and also you need to believe in God, have hope in God, always pray, because you'll never know. But it's true, 100% you're right. I never thought I'll make it. But by the grace of God, here I am today.
I mean, that happened in June 93, but by December, you were back. You were helping Soundowns win their 3rd league. How? I mean, that's just like a miracle.
Yeah, it was amazing because no one thought I'll recover so quickly and go back in the game so quickly. But because of the ambitions that I had, and also working hard and pushing myself, because I always try to challenge myself, even though sometimes I'm not doing well, but I always challenge myself. I always tell myself that I need to go back quickly in the game because there is something that is missing. There is something that is missing.
Lots of tributes that are coming through for you, legend. Sammy, Bopape, says that, you know what, tell that man that we love him from Majita, from Braopa. We'll always support whatever he does. Mystic Man says Fire was in a league of his own. Very, very dedicated individual. He used to run on that touchline. There's also more. James Mukwena says, Fire Masilela, the best of the best. And I love how he applied his football brains. And says it is a pity that our national team is full of politics. He deserves to be up there in the development structures. Lots of very positive messages. I want to come back very quickly because some of your former teammates as well sending messages here, wanting to shower you with praises, which you deserve. So Tebogo was talking about him watching you coach and just watching how you were structuring your coaching and so on. How did that make you feel, so that we all know that there is a Joel Fire Masilela coach that is here, that is waiting maybe to even showcase his skill as a coach on a bigger platform? How do you respond to what Tebogo was saying early on?
I think Tebogo, he once visited my sessions and we spoke a lot. Yeah. And he always asked questions. How did you make it? How do you do your session? Because he was watching the under-13s, then he went towards the under-15s, because we train in different fields. But more especially when he arrived in my session, he stopped, and he was very, very, concerned and curious, because the things that I was doing, they were different than other coaches they were doing there.
There was another miracle man that you played for and played with and played against and was a good friend. He was a friend, I think, to everybody.
Good evening, Robert, and good evening to the listeners. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's really an honor to speak about my teammate, Joel Fire Masilela. As we all know, he was such a special player. And most of all, what I remember about that group of youngsters, when they came through, it was Isaac, it was Klupi, it was Temba, it was Boshi, and Fire. They all came through at that time. And they all were really such great additions to Soundowns at that stage. They were very respectful of the whole Soundowns tradition at the time. They were willing to come in and work so hard at training. I remember Stan keeping a lot of those youngsters on the bench with him to groom them properly. And Fire was one of those special additions. I love Fire so much. Me and Fire had such a good relationship, and it was such an honor to help and guide Fire when he came through as a youngster. We really had a close bond. And I always remember when we played away games, if we won the game, me and Fire would go to the airport pub and share a beer together and just have so many laughs. Such special memories I have with Fire, and I really pray that God will protect him. Fire, I love you, my man, and I was honored to be your teammate. Thank you.
You know who that is, right?
I'm still trying to find.
I could tell you were a bit confused there.
Yeah.
Mark Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Evening, Rob, and evening to the greatest legend. Fire! Joel Fire Masilela. Mollo! Banabami Bambiza Mollo. I just want to wish you all the best in your life. I started to play with Fire, Rob, when we were at school, and they promoted us at Mamelodi Soundowns. We become a family, one of the biggest family, even today. So I just want to wish Fire all the best in his endeavors. And I know that Fire's got an eye of a player. Those young ones that you coach, Mullo, they must prosper and be us. Fire. What's happening, Fire? You go, you see the police people, you come back. I tell you, Fire, I take you out, I kill you. That $1 for you. Mullo, I wish you all the best, man. Outie, Dango,
Sure, man. Thanks so much, Mambush Mudau, reminding us of the great Paul Dolaza and some of the things, crazy things that Dolaza used to say. So, Mark Anderson, thank you so much. Mambush Mudau, great memories, but there could be no greater memory than this, guys.
Given away by Osip. Bapela, they could be punished. Chance for Masilela! They've won it! The flag's up. The flag's up against Joel Masilela. It won't count. Now, let's have a look at it on the slow-mo. I have a suspicion that the linesman might have got this wrong. Well, that's when he gets played in there. Oh. Clearly not offside. Terrible decision. Terrible decision, which might cost Soundowns $1 million.
Terrible decision. Still a terrible decision?
Terrible one, Rob. Even today.
Yeah.
It's still in my heart. It still pains me. Because I couldn't understand.
But what do you think was going on there? I mentioned Tiny Chandamani, and you knew exactly who I'm referring to.
Yeah. I think he lost it. Actually, him and the middleman, they couldn't find each other, because sometimes it's not only one incident. There were a couple of incidents happened in that game. Not only that one. That one was more worse. More everybody saw it more worse because it was a goal. But when you look at the game, the whole game, they were not finding each other.
But the referee could overrule the linesman, as he was called. I mean, now they call the assistant referees, but he could have overruled him if he was in a position to make a decision. Do you think he was and he became a coward?
Yeah, I think, like I said, they were not finding each other. He was not bold enough to do that.
So one was refereeing a rugby game, the other one was refereeing a football game.
Exactly.
Hey, Baba, before we play bowls and tennis and squash, let me just thank you for being the incredible football player that you were, for being the incredible human being that you continue to be. And I hope that we have more conversations, man. I really do. I believe in conversations. I believe in reviving the spirit of the legends, especially individuals like you who didn't really like the limelight. You allowed the football to speak for you. But I think in all of that, I take my hat off, Baba. One of the most amazing football players we have ever seen. And I really thank you for your time, boss.
Thanks, Rob. My pleasure, Rob.
Have a super weekend. Joe Fire, Masilela, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, amazing. Catch us again on Monday. Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
From the pitch to the podium, your all-access pass to the world of sport is right here. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.